yourselves. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm James Morris, and I'm here at Warped Tour to play a set today on the Ernie Ball stage. I'm also here with Project Connect Nashville and Music Saves Lives, the charitable foundations, because I do a lot of charity work myself, and I'm very supportive of it and of aiding at-risk and endangered teens. And beyond that, not really Warped Tour oriented, but for fun, I'm also a novelist. I've got 3 published so far and more on the way.
Yeah, I know. When I was reading your bio, I just kept thinking, oh my God, like everything that you've done is stuff that I want to do, because I write as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I really admire that you've kind of been able to tackle all that. And one of my questions is actually like, how do you get and keep the motivation to kind of do all of that and move full steam ahead like that?
I think the key for me of finding the motivation to do all of it is to stay in love with what you do. I love reading, I love writing, I love music, I love being able to get out there and get that feedback response from the listening audience and just see how my music impacts them. And admittedly, I think my 2 favorite moments in both industries of the music and the books is in music. Someone after a show, they came up to me, told me they were contemplating suicide, and said because of what I played, they didn't want to anymore, that I'd saved their life. And the reader with the books told me that he hates reading up until he tried mine, and now he wants to give reading a shot.
That's awesome.
And the charity stuff speaks for itself. Like a couple years ago, I think 2012, I was on this thing called the Squeaky Wheel Tour, where we were looking for missing kids and teens and even adults of all ages, really.
Yeah.
And within the San Diego and Los Angeles stops, we found 3 missing people. Brought them home.
I love that stuff. Like, I wonder if there's, I'd like to look into that myself, because I'm always really interested in missing people cases, things like that. That's really cool. And then kind of going back to Project Connect, how did you even get involved in that, or really any of these different charities that you do?
Do you want to know how I got more involved with the recent charities, or to begin with?
Cool.
Okay, so to begin with, I think in I can't remember if it was 2009 or 2011, I went to this event called Music Strategies in Las Vegas. Its purpose was to talk about how to improve your music career, how to make the right moves. And there was this woman that sat up on stage named Janelle Rapp, and she talked about how her sister went missing, and she was never found again after that. And so I just was incredibly moved by that, and how she's created this whole foundation and made this effort to never let that happen again. And I volunteered to help with that. And initially it started, admittedly kind of selfishly. I had to do community service for school. But within like 4 days of working on this, it really became another passion of mine to help those in need. And I think that the ultimate culmination example of it is I worked at this retreat program, I'm trying to think of the right wording for it, called Camp Hope. And I can't really say any names or anything like that to protect them, but people who've been abused or anything like that, it was sort of a safety area for them where they were hidden. And I went for a day, and there were all these kids. I taught them to play some guitar, I played private shows for them, I gave them books, gave them CDs. I did everything with them for the day. I shot bow and arrow with them. I made terrible friendship bracelets. And the time it took me to make one, there's this girl that had like 10. And just, I don't know, it's really hard to capture that whole day in a few words, because it was absolutely incredible how much what little I did, which seems like very little to me, was so impactful for these kids.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of a good thing with schools, because I had the same thing when I was in school. I had to do volunteer stuff, and it's not something you tend to do on your own, but once you're doing it, it's like, oh, this is actually fun. Like, it's actually really rewarding. So I think it's good that schools do that. Yeah. So with this mission you have to change the world, basically. What is one small thing that you think that the everyday person, no matter how hectic their schedule, can fit in to help do that?
Recycle.
Yeah?
I'm from California initially, so I'm a recycling nut job.
Yeah.
And I every day see people just fling a bottle or something into a trash can, and I want to pick it up and beat them over the head with it. A little graphic, but I mean
it's such a simple thing. I'm the same way. I don't understand. It takes the same amount of effort. I don't know where it goes awry exactly.
It's the smallest thing, but it will make the biggest difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back to the author thing, can you tell me a little bit about that process, and as far as just like really publishing the books? I mean, I know the writing is a process in itself, but then getting them actually so that people can read them.
Okay. Do you want me to start with writing or publishing?
With publishing, but I think the writing is kind of like everybody definitely has their own thing.
Yeah. The publishing, we looked at many different avenues of how to potentially publish it, and eventually came to the conclusion, through aid of people who've been in the industry, that the smartest decision to make would be to self-publish initially, so that we have an established fan base, all that good stuff. And so we went through all the proper legal channels using friends and connections and finding out exactly how to do it, and thus founded the company, publishing house, everything called Red Plate Entertainment. And under that name, it's now the parent company for all my umbrellas. And we put it out through them, printing through Ingram, one of the #1 printers in the US. And have just drove to make a difference with it, to get the books in people's hands, make people interested. So I go to these comic conventions all the time. I don't go as often as some people. I think I only do maybe 6 shows a year.
It's a good amount. I mean, considering everything else you're doing,
and we just move them that way. It's very homegrown.
Yeah. It works though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that kind of thing can really work well in your favor.
We've got some exciting things in the works right now that I'm not really allowed to talk about yet.
Stay tuned.
But I'm really excited about them.
I can tell. I can tell by your face. I'm excited just by it. So I was telling you before, I literally just moved to Nashville. I'm only here for 2 months. So
I thought you said 2 days. 2 months is nowhere near as bad.
No, I just got here 2 days
I'm like,
ago.
oh, welcome. This is what it's always.
It's just always a monsoon outside, yeah. So what are some of the not touristy but must see type things?
Must see type thing here in Nashville?
Or something, yeah.
I think one of my favorite, probably less known food places, there's this place called NY Pie at the Nashville West Mall. It is authentic New York pizza and cannoli if you want it, and it's so good. And places to see? I don't really know. I think any place you go to can be something incredible to see. Just trying to think. I'd be awful to take someone on a date.
Yeah, no tour guiding for you.
Nope.
Well, you've got the pizza place down, and I just got back from a trip to New York, and I've been I had pizza several times there, and it's New York pizza, it's your thing, right? So I'll be very happy to find something.
Oh, well, here's my touristy thing. It's super touristy, super cliche, but the Parthenon. I actually really like the Parthenon.
All right, I'll put it on the list. 2 months to go. And then, you're originally from California, you're living here in Nashville now. So how do you feel that your hometown has shaped who you are as a musician?
I definitely think it's shaped who I am as a musician, as an author, as a person, because I would have had a very different upbringing if I was raised here in Nashville. And it's not a super weird mix for me. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, moved to California by the time I was barely 3, lived within San Diego County for, I don't even know, 15 years of my life, now back here for college, and it's as much as it can suck at times, I like to think that everything that happens to you helps shape you, every reaction you have. So as much as I sometimes wish things that have happened or places I've been or whatever it is in the past has gone on can change, I always then go, but you know, I'd be different if that didn't happen.
Yeah, of course.
So California, I love it so much, and I would definitely like to go back someday. But I'm glad I'm here for you.
Yeah. I lived in San Francisco for 7 months.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it's very different. Because I grew up on the East Coast, so they're like worlds apart, you know? They couldn't be more different. And then now being here, it's been interesting to kind of see the different music communities and people, and it's a lot different than, people are a lot different in different areas than I ever would have thought, and same with the music scene. So.
I mean, consider all the accents we have in the U.S. alone.
You know, most people instantly know that. They're like, oh, you're new here. That accent. I guess I have the accent, so I don't know.
I didn't even notice the accent.
But yeah, and this is where
if you want to find out more about me, my website is www.jamesnorris.com. Super creative, I know. And hopefully I'll have some new stuff.